that's another Earl Nightingale quote that I love. He talks about the definition of success, and a lot of people define success by accomplishments and by what they've managed to do. Earl Nightingale, he defines success as the progressive work and ideation of a goal.
Yeah.
So as long as you're on the path, you're successful, you know? So, and that's really how I've been trying to look at success personally. That's something that really did attenuate with me. Just if you're on the path, if you're working hard towards where you're trying to go, you are successful.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I see that when I see you and what you've been doing with the podcast. And honestly, this is something that we all know when we think about how people blow up. You see it in music all the time.
Yeah.
When you see some young up and comer in music, the first thing he does is get hot locally.
That's true.
And then once he has that local base, then usually through hook or crook or whatever it might be, he might have some big single or he might do some small regional tour. But it's not something. Very, very rarely is it that you see someone who has some hit song that they put on SoundCloud and it just blows up across the globe overnight, you know.
Right.
Usually they have some sort of local fan base that they did by doing some sort of local circuit, and then as they lock down home base, now they expand. Then they become regional. Then after that, as they continue to work, they have that breakthrough moment. It's like when you have like a block of ice. That's something that I read about in Atomic Habits, about how people they put in the work, they put in energy, but then they don't see any results, so they stop doing it. But when you look at a block of ice, right? You heat it up, you can let's say you have a giant block of ice, right? And you're raising the temperature in the room. It doesn't start melting immediately. You have to get to a certain level of energy that you put into that block of ice for it to start melting, you know? And a lot of people stop feeding energy into their systems just because they are not seeing any external, any quantifiable sort of progress.
Tangible.
Exactly. But when really all you need to do is continue to focus and pour energy into the system. Instead of looking at the results that you're seeing out in the world, you need to be focused on making a more efficient system, you know?
Yeah.
You should be getting your, what's the word? What's it called when you're happy about something?
Content?
Yeah.
Joy, or happy about something. Affirmation?
You should be getting, I guess your affirmations, that'll work. You should be getting your affirmations through the system and you being able to consistently make it better. And that's something that I've personally been trying to do when it comes to sort of juggling my engineering job and Sauce Daddy and training in the gym and reading and all those things. I still see so much opportunity to do it better, you know?
Yeah.
So that's something that I've been trying to do personally, and I think that I've been seeing you do it as well. I mean,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, you see that yourself when you talked about what this looked like when you first started, you know?
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun, honestly.